Previously on RNG.
Makes Xbox the most affordable console ecosystem on the market now. And it's really no contest. Even if you get the Series X, a $500 console, you can get by for a long time playing all sorts of games just with Game Pass, as opposed to buying a bunch of games for the other systems. Obviously, the caveat is that once you stop paying for it, you can't play those games anymore, but it's really the most affordable option now.
10 hours later.
I take back any and all positive things I've said about Xbox at any point during this RNG series. Fuck you, Xbox. Fuck you, Microsoft. You deserve to be in last place, you worthless piece of trash. You had one job. One fucking job. And it was to simply do nothing. And you would have been in such a great spot to regain your ground. And you threw that opportunity away as fast as you possibly could. Everyone in charge at Xbox should be fired immediately. Fuck you all. Fuck your worthless plastic DRM box. Fuck your Game Pass service. Fuck your operating system. Fuck whatever this worthless handheld you have in the works is. Your platform is pointless. All you do is continue to shoot yourselves in the foot over and over and over and make things worse for gamers. It's shocking that there are people who still support you at this point. Actually, no, it isn't. Gamers are brainless pay pigs. Yeah, fuck you too. Yeah, you, watching this. If you support Xbox at this point, you are part of the problem. Let them leave the industry. Maybe the ponies were right all along. Xbox can leave and we'd be better off. Let someone else take their place. Atari? Yeah, let Atari make a console. A real console. Anything is better than Xbox at this point. Fuck them. No, I'm not overreacting for the sake of content at all. Totally not. Welcome to another edition of Random News of Gaming, the monthly gaming news show that unfortunately can't predict the future. I'd like to say I can't believe how out of touch these companies are, but it's such a common occurrence at this point that I really should just stop giving even a shred of the benefit of the doubt to any of them. A lot of people like to throw around the video game industry crash scare, and it won't happen. That's one thing I can almost guarantee at this point, because there are too many mindless consumers who enable them. Nothing will change for the better, everything will keep getting more and more expensive while they continue to give you less and less over time. There is no hope, there is no salvation.
It's over. We are screwed.
There. Now I feel like I'm in a better position because I'm more likely to be correct. And if I'm wrong, it'll be a good thing, right?
When you think it can't get worse, we always prove you wrong.
Well, I hope you understand why I'm always putting off these videos and being late. It's because going over all the news is demoralizing more often than not. For example, we got more Switch 2 updates. So if PlayStation raised their prices and Xbox is raising their prices, they've somehow made the Switch 2, a console that is brand new, the most affordable system on the market now. Imagine that. Everyone was pissed at Nintendo for like the entirety of April, and now I honestly think there is less reason to be mad at them than there is for PlayStation and Xbox, at least when it comes to prices. So now, all Nintendo has to do is launch their console as planned and do nothing else. Right? No, of course they won't do that, because they announced that their prices will go up as well. They haven't specified what price they will be and when it will happen, but it's something to keep in mind if you were planning to pick one up. There's a bunch more you should keep in mind though, especially if you play online games. Turns out the Switch 2 will be recording you consistently while you use any of the online communications features, so if you want to chat online, just use Discord or something, don't put up with this garbage. PlayStation, Xbox, Activision, and many other companies have been doing similar things, and it just kills the incentive to even use voice chat since you can get banned for the tiniest of things even if nobody reports you. Hope you've accepted our AI overlords if you play online games. Another thing Nintendo has in their terms of service that people have been complaining about all month, if Nintendo finds out that you've used your Switch 2 in an unauthorized way, or really for any reason whatsoever, they can lock you out of their online services or even render your device unusable. Sounds nasty, right? Well, from what I've heard, this has been in the terms for pretty much every system. And I don't think any company has actually done something like that aside from phone companies. You can check out Louis Rossman's video on this that's pretty eye-opening if you aren't blackpilled on how much of a lost cause the general gaming audience is. Because for some reason, people felt the need to actually defend this and attack other people for pointing it out. Like, why. There are also pretty substantial rumors floating around that the console won't even work out of the box if you don't connect it to the internet. This one may not be an issue for most people, but still something to keep in mind. They clearly want you to be connected at all times. Again, comparisons to the Xbox One launch. How did that work out for Microsoft? And in case you needed more reasons to hate on Nintendo, there was an update in the Palworld legal battle which caused the Palworld devs to remove things from the game that may be patent infringing, such as using your flying creatures to fly around the map. Yeah, there is no defense for this. Fuck off, Nintendo. But at the same time, this seems to be a proactive measure by the Palworld team rather than reactive, so we don't actually know if they'd be able to win a patent case for things like this. But it's Japan, and their copyright laws are whack, so who knows. With the Switch 2 about to be released soon, if you want to get caught up on all the controversy surrounding the system's launch, you can always check out the past 2 RNG videos I made, where I talked about various other issues. Even with both of those, it probably doesn't cover everything, but it should give you a good idea on whether or not you should pick one up. So, what's going on over at PlayStation amid all this chaos? Surely they won't be raising their prices again after they already announced that last month, right?
I just can't do it. I can't take this shit no more, man.
Yeah, there's no hope. Though it was recently announced that the tariffs are getting blocked by the courts, do you think these companies will lower the prices in response? No, of course they won't. Although, PlayStation was the only one to announce that there will be a discount on the PS5 and stuff. Keyword, discount, not price drop. Better get what you want now and just stick to sales and shit after that if you don't want to waste your money. Speaking of wasting money, remember when Sony bought Bungie for $3 billion? Yeah, how's that working out for them? Man, you can't make this shit up. Apparently a significant percentage of Marathon's art assets were blatantly ripped off from another artist without their permission. And this is pretty brutal for them, as there are rumors that they've pulled all marketing plans for the game and may have cancelled the game entirely. Though the last one is unlikely if you ask me, but hey, it wouldn't be unprecedented for them. If they do cancel it, the only other thing they have in this vein is a game called Fair Games, which pretty much nobody seems to care about. So I guess the only thing the ponies have to look forward to is one game. I don't know why. I'm gonna speed through the rest of the news now that all the important stuff is out of the way, cause I ain't got time for this shit. Polygon was sold to Valnet and most of them were laid off. I don't know if anyone cares. Polygon was a terrible activist publication and it having less influence will be a positive. Giant Bomb also imploded due to conflicts with management and they've gone independent as a result, so we'll see how long they last. Popular gacha game Infinity Nikki launched on Steam alongside a version 1.5 update that caused such massive backlash that they're sitting at mostly negative. Users are claiming they've gone full greed and are ruining the game with aggressive microtransactions that make the experience worse for pretty much everyone. Typical gacha companies, am I right? Grand Theft Auto 6 broke the internet again by delaying the game to 2026 and dropping a second trailer. Still no gameplay though. There's a lot of debate about this game being priced at $100, and all I gotta say is, considering how long the wait has been and how much hype there is, GTA 6 has to be the best game ever made, especially if they want to sell it for $100. That goes for Elder Scrolls 6 too. It's been way too long, but I have way less faith in Bethesda than I do Rockstar, so that ain't happening. Arc System Works source code leaked, which revealed a ton of info about upcoming content for Guilty Gear Strive, and will definitely be a boon for modders, but unfortunately will likely allow cheaters to run rampant online as well. Limited Run Games is under fire once again for using recycled and potentially faulty chips in one of their flagship franchises, Shantae Advance. Like, even for their most prominent selling series, they will still cheap out. Sad. Do not buy anything from this shitty company. Capcom announces their 8th consecutive year of record-breaking financial results. See? All you have to do is make games people want, right? Squeenix? Oh wait, you're rebooting the company now? This is in response to a dip in sales, which I wouldn't be surprised if this was not the first year this happened to them, but maybe, just maybe, if you took some of the feedback you've gotten in recent years, this wouldn't have happened. Now it's time for Last Month in Censorship. Yeah, I don't have any localization-specific stories this time actually, but man, there was a huge uptick in censorship in gaming and related industries lately. Sucks to be alive. First, an update on the Texas bill from a few months ago. It has passed the House and Senate of Texas, so it's one signature away from becoming Texas law. If you live there, might be a good time to invest in a VPN just in case. Just saying. On a related note, there was another piece of legislation introduced, this time in the US Congress, that aims to redefine obscenity. This could pose a major risk to all forms of media since these definitions are always up to interpretation by people who don't know what the fuck they're talking about. If you ask me, obscenity laws should be considered unconstitutional because of the First Amendment, but hey, we don't truly live in a free country and haven't for quite some time, so here we are. I said I wouldn't get political on this channel. I said I wouldn't get political on this channel. I said I wouldn't get fucking political on this channel. God damn it. Anyway, another update on the Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 drama. Yeah, I was very wrong about this story. The creator straight up admitted to self-censorship in an interview, so there's no room for debate anymore if you ask me. The only catch is that some things may be lost in translation since it was in Polish, and they kept everything vague, so we don't know exactly what was changed. Capcom censors Onimusha 2 in the remaster. Keep that in mind if you wanted to get it. For every good thing Capcom has done in recent years, they always have something like this to hold them back from being great. Speaking of Capcom, let's all laugh at Activision Blizzard again. They finally had an opportunity to do something good, a crossover in Overwatch 2 with Street Fighter, and the costumes look pretty damn good. Except for one. Because of course. After all the L's this company keeps taking, they just can't take one W. And they should know by now the only reason Overwatch is still around is because of the porn. Nobody cares otherwise. Surugaya, a Japanese game retailer, had to restrict access to adult PC games, likely due to payment processors. Yep, here we go again. And it's going to keep happening. Weird that it seems to only happen to Japanese media and nobody else, huh? Almost as if there is some sort of targeted attack on them or something. Like this example, where this publication made an article on an upcoming Bunny Girl game called Hebereke Bunny Garden? And Google fucked them in ad revenue. Tell me there isn't a major super sus international conspiracy against Japanese games. Go on. Do it. I won't believe you.
Do it.
Alright, I know. Probably an overreaction, but hey, if you want something good out of this shit show of a video, check out a Banjo-Kazooie mod called Nostalgia 64, which basically recreates other N64 stages in Banjo-Kazooie. And somehow this hasn't been taken down yet, so get it while you can. Another thing that was announced recently is the fan translation and revival of an older Legend of Heroes browser game called Akatsuki no Kiseki, or as it's being called now, Trails at Sunrise. This was an old PC game that was in Japan and China only and ran until 2024. Links for the announcement trailer along with the Banjo-Kazooie mod trailer can be found in the description. Now, back to the shit show. Time for the worst take of the month. And in spite of all the horrendous takes about the Switch 2 and all the ponies still having an absolute melty all this time, only one group of people could somehow come out on top for having the worst takes imaginable. Yeah, you probably guessed it, game journalists. One runner-up being The Gamer, because of course, having a bit of an episode of extreme emotional weakness because they don't like being told they died in a video game when they died in a video game.
It'd be funny if it weren't so pathetic.
Like, how do you get any more pathetic than that? Well, simple. Be Kotaku.
Could we be about to enter a skippable boss fight utopia?
Oh my god, I don't know if I should be surprised to see this or not. On one hand, it's Kotaku. You expect them to say stupid shit. On the other hand, this is so astronomically dumb that I never thought I'd see them go this low. You just hate video games. That's it. Get out. Fuck off. You aren't welcome here. Boss fights are supposed to be the highlights of video games. If you don't like them, either the boss fight itself is bad, or you just hate video games. There is no other option. There is no utopia where you can skip Never mind, I'll just stop at there is no utopia. You are insane. If companies did what Kotaku wanted, gaming would be so much worse. But, okay, let's read the article and find out. Maybe he's got some sort of condition that makes boss fights hard for him or something.
In a gaming world increasingly built out of Souls-likes where the concept of the boss battle becomes the central game mechanic, some of us have been left behind. I have always hated boss fights, and while I have no interest in convincing anyone else to agree with me, I have long lamented the lack of accommodation made for the many people who are
Okay, never mind. He just hates video games. Get the fuck out. Video games aren't for you. I'm not wasting my time with this bullshit. Also, no. Nintendo derangement syndrome is not a real thing. Your corporal masters are just being criticized. Shut the fuck up, you fanboy bootlickers.
And if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like you're not retarded at all? And if you close your eyes...
Anyway, that's all I got for this part. Hope you enjoyed whatever the fuck this was. This video is probably getting demonetized, so feel free to share it around to anyone who may like it, or anyone who's tired of the content grift cycle wasting their time. And don't forget to give it a like if you enjoy my suffering, or give it a dislike if you literally hate video games. If you're looking for the release list, that will be out soon after this one, so stay tuned. If you're a Trails fan, also make sure to stay tuned for my video on the latest game, Kai no Kiseki, which is going to be a long one. And if you like video game music, don't forget to check out my recent top 10 favorite video game music covers. I have more stuff in the pipeline, eventually, so make sure to hit that subscribe. It's June, so you know what that means. Showcases out the ass. So I'll be watching pretty much all of them, then making a top 10 best and worst things shown off at all the showcases. In addition, I have a Steam curator that covers just about every game featured on the channel, including the release list, all in one place. You can follow me on the X-Twitter where I post nothing at all, or join my Discord server to call me all the gamer words. Just kidding, don't do that, I'm very sensitive. Or catch my video content on Rumble or Odyssey. And as always with this slow train wreck of an industry, have high standards, low expectations.